Discussion about misfortune. The Corona Brew logo has a crown on it. Corona signifies crown in Spanish and Latin. Unintentionally, the coronavirus got its name from the crown-like spikes on the outside of the infection particles, when a few people previously caught wind of the new infection. They were confounded and may have related it with the Corona Brew brand. They may have even accepted that the infection was spread by drinking the lager. It is indistinct the amount of an effect this mixed-up conviction has had on deals of the lager, as different sources have detailed various outcomes. As per YouGov, a British statistical surveying firm of Corona Lager's buzz score, a proportion of the prominence of the brand has dropped from 75 to 51 since the start of 2020. Where there is the internet, there are paranoid fears. The COVID-19 pestilence has been taken care of in a shockingly full-grown manner by individuals on the internet, or aside from an image or two. Be that as it may, the flood of new cases outside Wuhan, particularly in South Korea and Italy, has driven a few people to be suspicious. The secretive passing of the informant didn't help. Either these hypotheses are not valid, in spite of the fact that they absolutely have pulled in the consideration of numerous individuals. As per one hypothesis, China built the coronavirus as a weapon. The infection was then discharged to make space for agrarian development. Indeed, even legislators appear to have intrigue fever. U.S. Senator Tom Cotton likewise blamed the Chinese government for treachery. Wuhan influenza isn't the principal episode that began in China. Famously, SARS and the Asian influenza likewise began there. On the dread and vulnerability created by this new plague, Asians need to manage prejudice and xenophobia. Hostile to Chinese opinion has been developing in the previous 2 months. These responses are maybe justifiable, yet unquestionably not sensible. A large portion of the spread to different countries is expected to non-Asians visiting China and coming back to their nations, as opposed to the reverse way around. Reports of xenophobia against Chinese individuals are getting normal. "Yo, infection kid, try not to contaminate us," was shouted at a Chinese-Canadian understudy in Vancouver. In another model, the hashtag #ChineseDon come to Japan was drifting on Twitter among Japanese clients. Then again, the Chinese government making light of or by and large lying about the infection isn't improving the situation much. Would lightning be able to strike a similar spot twice? All things considered, truly, that is the general purpose of flood arresters. Shockingly, with regards to the coronavirus, a similar rule applies. Let's state you got the infection and had the option to ricochet back. You are fine, right? No, not so much. As of late, a Japanese lady was determined to have COVID-19 for the subsequent time. The lady is a visit transport control in Osaka, which makes her all the more handily presented to contamination because of the quantity of individuals with whom she interacts. That news is horrid in light of the fact that it elevates the potential effect of the sickness. Besides, it makes the improvement of a compelling immunization less practical. Researchers are as yet attempting to make sense of how the coronavirus contains a similar individual twice, or if there is another clarification for the twofold positive outcomes. Out of the blue, individuals around the globe started alarm purchasing as the COVID-19 emergency exacerbated. Indeed, even in countries that presently couldn't seem to encounter a solitary case, individuals ran to stores. However, they weren't there to purchase rice, beans, or other dependable economical nourishment. They were there to purchase bathroom tissue, and bunches of it. It's somewhat puzzling, yet bathroom tissue turned into the hot product of March 2020. And individuals would arrange to get a solitary bundle of moves. Similarly, people needed to arrange their vehicles to purchase gas during the OPEC oil embargo. For quite a long time, You are unable to locate a solitary move of bathroom tissue, and pictures like this one could be seen all over web-based life and news destinations. Supplies of paper items were totally missing from store attires everywhere throughout the world. This image was taken by me at my nearby neighborhood Walmart market. Pictures like this one are normal everywhere throughout the internet, and keeping in mind that it tends to be tricky for a few. The organizations that deliver and introduce B-days are getting a charge out of an upsurge in deals as an ever-increasing number of individuals acknowledge they won't have anything to wipe with very soon.